Okay, we're on. Hi, y'all. This
You
is.
want me to do the background?
Oh yes, please.
Let me preface
This is
this.
Annie.
My mother had a stroke in 2016.
Your mother had a
I
stroke.
think we're gonna have to start over because I got camera shy and just stared at it.
Well, we'll just keep going.
No, I
We'll
don't.
just cut it. I'm just gonna let
Yeah,
it keep
you
going.
got it. Go ahead. And your mother got what?
My mother had a stroke in 2016. By that time, she was already one of Luigi's #1 fans. So she always wanted me there when he would sing, and she wanted me to take his picture. And her favorite request was
Just a gigalo.
just a gigolo. So she had a stroke, and they had her in ICU, and they decided she could not survive.
She had about 3 days.
I was going to bring her home under hospice care, and you take over the story from
Okay.
there.
So Annie called me and said, because I just loved her mother so much, and she called and said, Mama's got about 2 days to live. We've got her at the house, because Anne's a nurse and that. She said I can take care of her. And I walked in, and there were, 30, 40, 50 people, all relatives, came from all over the country. And Mama was laying there in bed like, and I went over to her, and I went down, I bent over her, and I kissed her, and I said, I love you, and I started singing, just gigolo everywhere I go, well, people know I ain't got nobody, and she went, what's everybody doing here? And everybody, she had 2 days to live. She hadn't had food and water for a week. And I said, quick, call an ambulance. We got to get her back to the hospital. We got to get her. She lives another,
Another year.
Or more than that.
But a
Wait,
quality life.
Yeah.
She was active.
Oh, yeah.
As active as she could be, but mentally she was strong.
And the thing is, what you would have missed are things like, tell them. All right, she was, she'd hurt us after the stroke, and so they said in therapy, you have to lean to the right.
Lean to the right.
And
because
she
she was
said-
leaning toward the weak side of
Yeah.
her body.
And she said, I can't lean to the right. I'm
I'm
a
a
Democrat. Greatest line you ever heard. I wrote some of the other lines.
Well, I'm trying to think off the cuff.
Oh, she was so great.
She was funny. I accused her one day of being high maintenance.
Oh, God, yeah.
And we got so tickled that we were hanging on to each other laughing about it because I came to realize we all do our rituals and our routines every
Oh, yeah.
morning. Like you turn the water to warm to brush your teeth.
Right.
Or you put lotion on before
Right.
you shave. Or so she just had a routine that only she knew and somebody else had to do it for her.
Yeah, exactly.
So she would say, warm the water before you put water on my toothbrush. Put lotion on my legs before you put my pants on. And so I said to her,
And you would have
you're
missed
you're
all
high
this.
maintenance.
Yeah, and you would have
We
missed
started
all this.
laughing and holding on to each
Okay.
other. It's a good
Now,
memory.
these are all, you're going to show this to friends of yours, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Julie and my daughter and Marco, my grandson, all right? And they want me to tell you all a little bit about their background. Starting off with my grandfather that I never knew on the my mother's side of the family, Toronto, Canada. I was born in
Phillips.
1937. My
Phillips.
my mother was Jewish, my father was Italian, and they don't mix. Catholicism and Judaism do not mix. So they were working, my dad was in a dry cleaning plant as the foreman and she was a shipper, and they got married. And the Jewish part of the family sat Shiva, which means they had a funeral for her.
Wow.
For my mother. And about 12 months later, I was born. It was a miracle because it brought the families together. To be a Jew, you don't believe in Jesus because you don't believe the Messiah has come. As an Italian, hey, that's a nice. That's what the men are. Hey, you know. So I was the first male child born in the new country because they all came from all over Europe and that. And so I had the greatest childhood in the world. One Sunday, gefilte fish, potato latkes. The next Sunday, pasta mazzola, spaghetti. I was singing at St. Paul's Church when I was 3 years old, on stage, during a show. And well, anyway, that's it. What else do you want to know?
About the European, the Russian, and
The European, the Russian part.
Oh yeah, my grandfather.
immigration.
My grandfather on the Jewish side. You all know about the fiddler on the roof, who was a milkman. Well, my grandfather was born exactly at that time. And he was not a milkman. He was a bookie, and he really was. He used to do bets, and and when they were all cast out of Russia, at the end of the Fiddler on the Roof, that was him. And he went across with all those people, got to England. My grandmother was on the English Music Hall stage, also an Orthodox Jew. And they came to Canada and settled there. And my father's parents were from Naples. And they came over, and I never did meet my grandfather. He died. And there was, my grandmother on the Italian side was Nonna. 4'8", 80 pounds. And if you want to see grown men and women covered, oh, no more, mama. She would scream at them. And I just sat there laughing.
Is your daddy just going,
Oh,
"Mama, don't
okay,
yell at
mama,
me,
please.
Mama, don't yell at me."
We'll be good, mama. And they're adults, they got children. She had, this is not kidding, 10 cats in the house at one time, and none of them were hers. All the stray, she had a bowl for every kitty cat, and they all came in and they knew their bowl. Well, anyway, is that good?
anything else you want to share about your life?
Oh, well, I'm 84.
Italian 84,
I'm happy.
as Max would say.
Yeah, her grandkids say, well, I don't think he's that old, and the other kids are, that's Italian years. But no, it's just, I was on the
We
road
don't know
for
what that
65
means.
years, entertaining everywhere.
Do you have a favorite memory of being on the road? Like,
what?
Do you have a favorite, best show, best performance you ever did?
I could go back over and pick out 10,000.
Mm.
They're all good.
Joey told me on the phone one time that he said, get Luigi to tell you about, there were mirrors on the wall opposite us. So he could see the backs of everybody's head, and he counted how many people were in the crowd. The whole time he was singing, he'd look around at Joey and go, I counted.
I was
X
counting the
number."
mirrors too. And then we got a lot of people. We played everywhere from Ishpeming, Michigan. That was our first job, Joey and I. Ishpeming, Michigan, up by Lake Superior. And they have a school called the University of Marquette, Michigan, and it's where they have basically one of 2 or 3 Olympic ski jumps.
Mm.
Height, everything, where you practice. And I went down one on ice skates at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Stone cold sober.
That I'm still alive.
Stone cold sober, right?
Oh yeah. But I'm still alive and kicking at 84. 84, yeah, I'll be 85.
Sheesh.
And we just have a good life. Good life. Mwah!
Mwah, we love you, Grandpa.
Love you, Grandpa. Love you, Dad.
I'll tell you.